In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, পরম করুণাময় অতিশয় দয়াবান আল্লাহর নামে শুরু করিলাম বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম. Dear students, today I have come with a discussion of Unit 1, Lesson 1, and it is about Nelson Mandela. And at the beginning we see that Reuters, 15 December 2013, Johannesburg Reuters. By seeing this portion, it is quite clear to us that it is actually a report prepared by the Johannesburg correspondent, and I would like to tell you that Reuters is an international news organization based in London, and Thomson Reuters established this news organization. Now let us read. Johannesburg Reuters. Nelson Mandela guided South Africa from the shackles of apartheid to a multiracial democracy as an icon of peace and reconciliation who came to embody the struggle for justice around the world. It's a big sentence, and by reading the sentence we have come to know that the writer actually has tried to say something about Nelson Mandela. And Nelson Mandela is quite known to us that he is famous in all over the world, and he is a black people, and he is the first black president of South Africa, and he played important role to establish democracy in that country. And here the writer has told us that he guided South Africa, and he could free South Africa from the shackles of apartheid. Now apartheid is a special term, and it is especially used in the matter of South Africa. Apartheid means the black majority people were oppressed by white minority group. Actually, white people used to oppress the black people there, and Nelson Mandela decided to free all the black people from the oppression of South Africa. That is why here it is told that Nelson Mandela guided the people of South Africa, and he has been worked here as an icon of peace, and he is actually the embodiment of the struggle for justice around the world. Imprisoned for nearly 3 decades for his fight against white minority rule, Mandela never lost his resolve to fight for the people's emancipation. Here in this sentence, it is mentioned that Nelson Mandela was imprisoned. That is, he organized the black people, and he unitedly resisted the white minority rule. That is why the white people of the government became very angry, and they kept him inside the jail. He was imprisoned. He was determined to bring down apartheid while avoiding a civil war. Nelson Mandela was firmly determined to stop down apartheid from his country, and at the same time he was strongly willing to avoid civil war in that country. He did not want to see any bloodshed, but he wanted to stop down apartheid from his country. His prestige and charisma helped him win the support of the world. Here in this sentence, two qualities of Nelson Mandela have been told. One is his prestige, another one is his charisma. For these two characteristics, Nelson Mandela could win the heart of the people, and he got the support of the people of the whole world. I hate race discrimination most intensely, and in all its manifestation. I have fought it all during my life. I will fight it now, and will do so until the end of my life, end of my days. Mandela said in his acceptance speech on becoming South Africa's first black president in 1994. In 1994, when Nelson Mandela became the first black president, in his inaugural speech, he expressed his views, and he is telling that I hate race discrimination. From the core of his heart, he used to hate race discrimination. That is, he did not want to see that there was conflict between the black people and the white people. He started to fight against the white minority rule, and he is still fighting, and he has declared it forcibly that even at the last days of his life he will continue his fighting. The time for the healing of the wounds has come. Here Nelson Mandela has asserted clearly that it is the time to stop or to heal the wounds of the hearts of the people. Here I would like to tell you that when white people were oppressing the black people, the minds of the black people were angry with the white people. So both the hearts of black people and white people were wounded seriously. Now, as long as Nelson Mandela has become the president of South Africa, he is telling that it is the time to heal the wounds of the hearts. The moment to bridge the chasm that divides us has come. Here, Nelson Mandela is talking about a huge gap between two groups, black people, white people. There was a huge gap, and Nelson Mandela is telling that as long as he has become the president of South Africa, he strongly believes that it is the time to establish bridge between this huge gap. We have at last achieved our political emancipation. Nelson Mandela wanted to establish democracy in this country. Now, by bringing down apartheid, he has become the first president. So, he is telling that he has actually achieved political emancipation. In 1993, Mandela was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, an honor he shared with F.W. de Klerk, the white African leader who had freed him from prison 3 years earlier and negotiated the end of apartheid. It is actually told that when F.W. de Klerk, the white president of South Africa, understood that the black people became very much angry and they were uncontrollable, and at one point in 1993, F.W. de Klerk could realize that there is no other alternative way other than freeing Nelson Mandela from the jail, and all the black people became very angry. When Nelson Mandela was freed from the jail, the black people became pacified, and that is why peace was installed or peace was established in that country, and F.W. de Klerk played an important role to establishing peace in the country by freeing Nelson Mandela. So they jointly got Nobel Peace Prize. That is, when Nelson Mandela was freed, peace was installed, and F.W. de Klerk took initiative to free him. That is why these two persons were responsible for establishing peace in South Africa, and they were given Nobel Prize jointly. Mandela went on to play a prominent role on the world stage as an advocate of human dignity in the race of challenges ranging from political repression to AIDS. Nelson Mandela became the icon, that he became the epicenter. That is, all the people of the world started to notice him carefully because they found that Nelson Mandela was able to bring political emancipation in this country, and at the same time, South Africa was also attacked by a fatal disease named AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome, and Nelson Mandela fought against apartheid, and at the same time he had to fight against AIDS, and for his capacity all the people noticed his capability. He formally left public life in June 2004 before his 86th birthday. That is, he had to fight and he did a lot of work, and by this time he became almost 86 years old, and he decided to confine himself, and in 2004, before his 86th birthday, he decided not to participate in any government activities, telling his adoring countrymen. Then he told his adoring countrymen, that is, he used to love his countrymen very much. So here the adoring word has been used, that is, he addressed his adoring countrymen by telling something. Now let us see what he told. Don't call me, I will call you. Nelson Mandela has assured and requested his countrymen not to call him, and he has assured them that he would meet the countrymen if there is any necessity. But he remained one of the world's most revered public figures, combining celebrity sparkle with an unwavering message of freedom, respect and human rights. Nelson Mandela could win the heart of the people of the whole world. That is why he became a person of combining celebrity. That is, all the people of the whole world used to celebrate him from the core of their hearts. He is at the epicenter of wartime awards in South Africa and yours wherever you are. Nadine Gordimer, the South African writer and Nobel laureate for literature, once remarked. Nadine Gordimer is a Nobel laureate in literature. Now, she told something about him. That is, she considered Nelson Mandela the epicenter, that is, the central character of South Africa. And she has also asserted that the people of the whole world shall continue to remember him by crossing the boundary of South Africa. The years Mandela spent behind bars made him the world's most celebrated political prisoner and a leader of mythic stature for millions of black South Africans and other oppressed people far beyond his country border. That is, Nelson Mandela was a black person. Even though he was a black person, he organized all the black people against the white people, and for his activities he became a character of mythic stature. That is, he is a wonderful person. He became a people of mythic stature, and he could organize the black people against the oppression of white people. Charged with capital offences in the 1963 Rivonia trial, his statement from the dock was his political testimony that a serious charge was formed against him, and he had to stand before the court in 1963, and the name of the trial was Rivonia trial, and standing at the dock, he told something about his views and ideas and ideals. Then what he spoke standing at the dock before the court, it became the political testimony for the people of the whole world. During my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to this struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination and I have fought against black domination. Nelson Mandela told that during his whole life, he fought against the white domination, he fought against the black domination. That is, despite being a black people, he did not want to see that the black people alone were dominating the country. That is, he hated from the core of his heart either it was black domination or it was white domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunity. He told the court, that is, standing at the dock of the court or standing before the court, Nelson Mandela declared that he had an intention that his countrymen shall remain in harmony and they will have equal opportunity. It is an ideal I have to live for and to achieve, but if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. Nelson Mandela told that the idea that he bears in his mind, he is willing to establish that, and if needs be, he is willing to sacrifice his life for the betterment of his country and for the establishment of his ideal. Friends adored Mandela and fondly called him Madiba, the clan name by which he was known. Madiba was Nelson Mandela's clan name. That is, in Bangladesh, someone is called Zahid Imtiaz Bhuiya. Here, Bhuiya is his clan name, and someone can call him as Bhuiya in order to show love and respect to him. And exactly like this, Nelson Mandela was also called Madiba by his clan name, by his friends. People lauded his humanity, kindness, and dignity. All the people appreciated him highly, and for his humanity, kindness, and dignity, all the people respected him from the core of their hearts. Now, I have discussed about Nelson Mandela, and he was the people of South Africa, and it's an interesting matter that he became first black president of South Africa. And before that, the black people, though they were majority in number, they were oppressed by the white people, though they were the minority in number. And Nelson Mandela organized all the people, and for his activities, the white government became very much angry against him, and they took him and they sent him inside the jail, and he had to remain behind bar for about 27 years, that is about 3 decades. Then at one point, the black people became very much ferocious, and they were demonstrating procession. That is, there was chaos and disorder in the country. de Klerk at one point could understand that if he could free Nelson Mandela from the jail, the people would be pacified, and he did that. And as far as his decision, when Nelson Mandela was freed, he could participate in the election and he got majority. And since he got majority, he could form government of South Africa, and he became the first black president of South Africa. And actually, for his charismatic activities, he could establish a democracy, multiracial democracy in his country. Now he is receiving honor from the people of the whole country. Now, in your question number 1, it will be there will be 5 MCQ type of questions, and out of 5 you will have to answer these 5, and each shall carry 1 times 5, that is there will be 5 marks. Now I am going to tell you, I will tell you the answer. The word reconciliation means an end to a disagreement and the start of a good relationship again, coming together, having good relation, dissolving hostility. Here the correct answer is an end to a disagreement and the start of a good relationship again. Now as for B, the word embody means showing something, expressing or representing an idea or a quality, believing something clearly, giving an example. Here the right answer shall be number 2, expressing or representing an idea or a quality. Expressing or representing an idea or a quality. Now in number C, the question is, emancipation is not synonymous to freedom, independence, enslavement, imprisonment. There the right answer shall be enslavement. And right answer is Roman number 3, and it is enslavement. Now D, Mandela guided South Africa to a Desh state. Now in Desh it will be better, neutral, advanced border. Now let us read the whole sentence. Now about number D, Mandela tried not to Desh a civil war. Mandela tried not to meet a civil war. Now in number E, Mandela guided South Africa to a Desh, better, neutral, advanced border. That is, Mandela guided South Africa to a better state. Here the right answer shall be better. Now, dear listeners, I am going to write answer the question number 1 and part B. There will be 5 questions, and each question shall carry 2 marks. That is 2 times 5 shall be 10. And in part 2, there will be 5 answer and total marks will be 10. Now, I am going to write it, and if you have paper and pencil, you can write with me as well. The question is, why is Mandela called an icon of peace and reconciliation? Now the answer is Mandela, M-A-N-D-E-L-A. Mandela is C-A-L-L-E-D. Mandela is called an icon. Mandela is called an icon of peace and reconciliation. As he brought down apartheid. Brought down apartheid. A-P-A-R-T-H-E-I-D. Apartheid and established democracy. Now, the question was, why is Mandela called an icon of peace and reconciliation? And the answer is, Mandela is called an icon of peace and reconciliation as he brought down apartheid and established democracy. Now, he imprisoned? Why was he imprisoned? He was imprisoned. He was imprisoned for his fight. F-I-G-H-T. Fight against. S-E-F-I. Fight against white. W-S-I-T. White minority. M-I-N-O-R-I-T-Y. Minority rule. Now, as for the second, as for the question number C of part B, I am going to write down the answer. Why did Mandela stick to his resolve? Mandela know, K-N-E-W, know that it would not be an easy matter to get success. So he stick to his resolve. R-E-S-O-L-V-E. Now in question number D, I am going to write you the answer. What did Mandela say about race discrimination? Mandela, M-A-N-D-E-L-A. Mandela said about race discrimination, D-I-S-C-R-I-M-I-N-A, discrimination, that he had hatred, H-A-T-R-E-D. He had hatred against discrimination, D-I-S-C-R against race discrimination. Mandela said about race discrimination that he had hatred against race discrimination. Now, as for the last question, I am going to write you the answer. What happened to Mandela in 1994? In 1994, what happened to Nelson Mandela? In 1994, Mandela, M-A-N-D-E-L-A, Mandela became, B-E-C-A-N, became the F-I-R-S-T, first black, B-L-A-C-K, black president of South Africa, S-O-U-T, South. I repeat the last question. What happened to Mandela's life in 1994? Mandela became the first black president of South Africa. Dear student, this is all for today. As time is limited, though I had an intention to discuss more, actually I am to end my class just at this moment. In the next time I will come with some more classes. Until then, goodbye. Assalamu alaikum.